What's up, everybody? Yesterday, I put out my top 10 long-range options at this point in Warzone. And today, just like I always try to do, I also have my close-range options for Season 3 Reloaded. Not much to say besides that, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, there's a couple SMGs that I debated putting on this list. The OTS I debated putting on, but you can already see what number 10 is, and they kind of play the exact same role. I thought about putting the Bison on there. The Modern Warfare MP5 could fit maybe in this 10 slot. The CX9, but the problem with the CX9 and also the AUG that could fit in there, the Modern Warfare AUG, is they're just so slow to ADS, to move around, to reload. They got good times to kill, but they're extremely slow. And the reason the Modern Warfare MP5 or Cold War MP5 ends up in the number 10 slot or the OTS is because the way that they move around the map, it's just really good movement speed still. It's Cold War, so it's got the good movement speed. It's got good ADS. It's got decent reload speed. And so there's a bunch of things you could put at number 10 that didn't end up on this list. But number 10, I have the Cold War MP5. It's the build that I've ran for a while. Agent Suppressor, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, 50-round drum, and the Raider stock. Back in like Season 1 of Caldera, they nerfed the Cold War stocks. So you could drop the stock and then do something like Serpent Wrap or Airborne Elastic Wrap, but I like to go just for the overall movement with the Raider stock, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, and then Agent Suppressor, 50-round drum, and still no barrel because that way you get the clean iron sights that you see there where it's open at the top. Number 9's the Lapa. Lapa, you could put it number 10, or switch the Lapa out and throw any of the other ones that I left off the list in 9 and 10. 9 and 10 were just kind of slots that almost anything could have gone in that is at least viable. The same build I've always ran on the Lapa, the Agent Suppressor, the BR Compact Barrel, the Microflex LED, the Stanag 50 round, and the Bruiser Grip. If you're a psycho, you could drop the Optic and go with the Raider or the Combat Stock or the Tiger Team Spotlight. Number 8 is the Bullfrog. Bullfrog's still great. The main thing about the Bullfrog is you can drop this mag, have 50 rounds, and then go with the KGB Skeletal stock or the Spetsnaz RPK stock, and you can run it like this, but if you do want the ammo, as usual, drop the stock, and go with the 65 round mag, excuse me. Groove Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, 65 round mag. Same build I've ran for a long time. Number 7 is the Milano. The Milano time to kill wise is probably the worst on this list, but it also has really good range still. It's got no recoil at all, so you can still use it at range. It's still a really good sniper support. So it just ends up on this list because it's so versatile. Even if it's up close time to kill, does end up as like the worst on this list. The build's what it's always been: Agent Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, Stanag 55 round drum. If you're using this as sniper support, I would drop the Tiger Team Spotlight and I would go with the Microflex LED. And then run that as your sniper support build. Number 6, another Cold War weapon. This is the UGR. The UGR did get what was apparently a bug fixed where EOD was affecting the damage done by the explosive fletchets. And with that fix, this gun's actually pretty good. It's got probably the strongest vertical recoil of all of the Cold War SMGs on this list. But once you just pull down a little more, this thing's actually pretty good. Definitely competes with the rest of this list above it. And it's the usual Cold War build: Groove Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Tiger Team Spotlight, Bruiser Grip, and then the only mag option, Explosive Fletchets. You do get an extra 10 bullets with the Explosive Fletchets. But it's 36 rounds, so you only get like 4 extra rounds or something like that. But it's worth it, faster time to kill. Number 5, and I believe we're moving into all Vanguard weapons. I don't think there's a single, no Modern Warfare weapons on here. Now we're moving all into Vanguard. Number 5 is the well gun, and really depending on your playstyle, I think number 3 through 5 are interchangeable and debatable. For the well gun, we have the recoil booster, the short barrel, the hand stop, the 7.62 40 round mag, lengthened, slate reflector, remove stock, fabric grip, gung ho, and quick. Pretty standard SMG build. If you want to run this sniper support, it's a good sniper support. I would move out to the shrouded barrel and probably leave everything the same. If you want to increase the time to kill, you can go 45 round mag, 45 caliber, 48 round mags. Does give you a little more recoil, especially with that short barrel. It can be a little hard to control, but it will give you the fastest time to kill. And if you're looking for more ammo, a little bit faster time to kill, but a little less recoil, the 9mm 64 round mags are very good as well. And then Gung Ho ends up being on there because of the instant sprint to fire speed. But if you're going to ADS when you push into things before you even get into a gunfight, Frenzy's really good if you're playing aggressive for the health regen after kills, but you do have to get fulls, I believe. But if you're running throwing knives, it's helpful. Quick fix kind of solves that problem, though. All you gotta do is throw a plate in. Acrobatic, or I guess get the down. Acrobatic, fleet, both really good options, but I just have Gung Ho for the instant sprint to fire. But if that's not really a concern for you, I would probably go acrobatic for the movement speed and the sprint fire move speed. Fleet if you're running it as a sniper support. Number 4, short barrel MP40, which has become one of my favorite guns, primary or secondary in all of Warzone. It's just a fun gun to use, but it's a build that it's always been with the recoil booster, the short barrel, hand stop, 7.62 45 round mags, lengthened, your choice of optic, fabric grip, folding stock, momentum, and quick. Unfortunately, there is no Gung Ho. If you're finding the recoil a little bit unnerving, you could go with perfectionist. You could also go with brace, but I think brace is broken across all guns. And lengthened I like, but you can go subsonic on any of these Vanguard SMGs just to keep yourself off the minimap, since we are running recoil booster with all of them. Number 3 is the Type 100. This might be number 1 if it wasn't for only having 36 bullets. It is the fastest SMG time to kill in Warzone as of right now. When you have the recoil booster, the rapid barrel, the 30 caliber, 36 round mags, that gives it the fastest SMG time to kill in all of Warzone. So those are all a must. And then I have the hand stop, the lengthened, your choice of optic. The skeletal stock helps with sprint to fire speed and movement speed. If you are having a little bit of trouble with the recoil, consider the weighted stock. Because this thing does have a little bit of recoil. But I don't think it's too bad. So I like going for the sprint to fire speed and movement speed. The sprint to fire speed is a little less important when you can run Gung Ho, but with the stock giving you sprint to fire speed, you could also drop Gung Ho and go with acrobatic or fleet. Vital doesn't really increase too much. You can go with sleight of hand if you're going to play trios and quads. That's a good option. But if you're going to run Gung Ho, you could also, it's another reason to go to weighted stock, although it does hurt your movement speed, which gets taken care of kind of by quick, but then Gung Ho and quick. Number 2, I think number 1 and 2 are kind of the meta right now for everybody. There's a few different builds. These are the 2 builds that, these are the builds for these guns that I prefer. Recoil booster, 315 millimeter, does give you the longest range that you can have with the armor wearer. Side note on the Type 63, it does have the longest SMG range as well as the fastest time to kill. The 315 does give you a faster time to kill as well as giving you a longer range and better bullet velocity, but it does come with recoil. If you are struggling with the recoil, I know a lot of people, to lower the recoil, use the 570 millimeter precision barrel. I know that's the very popular barrel, so I'd go between the 315 and the 570, but I don't like that it hurts body damage as well. Then hand stop, 9mm 60, the 8mm 72 just kind of can be hard to manage, especially if you are running the 315 where you lose recoil control. But if you're running the 570 precision, the 8mm 72 round definitely becomes a better option, and it does give you a faster time to kill. Then lengthened, your choice of optic, fabric grip. If you're struggling with the recoil, go to polymer. And then I like the folding stock. Another thing if you're struggling with recoil is the skeletal, the body DA stock is a good option for that, but it hurts your movement speed and sprint to fire speed. Hard scope, there is no acrobatic, fleet, or Gung Ho, so I do go with hard scope. You could go with sleight of hand possibly, and vital, although that doesn't really increase your time to kill, and then quick. And then number 1, H4 Blixen. I think everybody agrees that that is the best SMG right now. The build that I like the best is the recoil booster. I was running the 9-inch barrel for a little while for the damage and the damage range, but there's like absolutely no recoil with the last barrel, the Bergstrom 17-inch, and not the Carlson 17-inch. The Bergstrom is really good for recoil control. Hand stop, 9mm 72 round mags. If you're struggling with the recoil, go with the 54 round mags. It's the exact same time to kill everywhere except the head, but focus on headshots, learn the recoil a little more. The 72 round mags are good, but the 7.62, if you struggle with that, are just as good, except for headshots. Lengthened, your choice of optic. I use remove stock. Another good option if you have stronger recoil, especially with the 9mm mag, is to go with the CR10 skeletal stock. Really good for recoil, and it helps your movement speed. Fabric grip, but once again, if you're struggling with recoil, go with the polymer. This and the armor wearer are definitely bouncy SMGs. And then Fleet, you could go with Perfectionist once again for the recoil, but otherwise I would stick with Fleet and then Quick once again. I really think it's the best SMG. Once again, there's a few builds that you could run just like with the Armawera. But thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We have Season 4 coming up, so there will be more information on Season 4. With weapon changes, Caldera changes are supposedly coming. We're going to get Fortune's Keep. So that's all coming. So hit that notification bell for more. I will be uploading videos as we get updates going into Season 4. And let me know down below what you think of my 10 SMG options. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I smart? Am I stupid? Let me know down below. As usual, I'll have all my social medias linked down below. The stream will be starting up soon, hopefully within the next couple weeks. So please keep an eye out for that. My Twitch is linked down below. But I will see you on Rebirth Island, soon Fortune's Keep, and Caldera. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.